Hi, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I want to thank everybody for joining me today. So, everybody knows that I love where I work. I love working, but I also love my job. But today, we're going to be talking about what not to do when you love your job, if you want to keep your job. Um, I had stumbled across um, a video where somebody was doing a reaction to people who have lost their jobs after making posts to TikTok. So, and we're going to go over that today for things not to do if you want to keep your job and you like your job. It is like, to me, it's a no brainer, but to some people, they're really not thinking. So this is going to help everybody, hopefully, to like, you don't do this if you like your job and want to keep it. So, I am not going to put a link, to this one lady we're going to talk about, to, um, her, everything. Like, she had, I don't know how many posts that she made about this, what was happening to her, because I don't think she needs to get any more views on the things she did, and I'm gonna tell you why. Um, and I'm not gonna mention her name. We're just gonna talk about some of the things that she went over, what was happening to her, so that you guys won't do the same thing, or what will. Because to me, guys, this is like a no-brainer. Okay, so this is what not to do, like I said, if you like your job. And not to get in trouble with the law. Okay, so basically what happened was, and this is also another thing that I personally do not do, and I highly recommend that you don't do either. Do when you start your job, um, unless it's somebody that you already knew, like one of your regular friends outside of work, do not give these people, your associates, your coworkers, do not give them your personal information, because it can come back to bite you. If they end up not liking you, you guys start having some kind of problem at work, well, guess what? They got your TikTok, they got your YouTube, they got your whatever, and they can cause major problems. I have seen this happen to several friends, coworker friends, okay, to several coworker friends of mine over the years, when they have given the that information to people at work that they thought were their friends. These people at work, they're not your friends on the outside. And even if you're like, they're like, hey, let's hook up. The only thing I can say when it comes to something like that is maybe if you guys are going to a casino, you know, but don't do anything else. And the reason why I say at a casino, because then you guys can separate and you can go play, do not play games by them, because then they can see how much you're drinking. Don't, you guys just, when you get to wherever the casino is, everybody kind of splits up and goes to their favorite type of thing that they like to play. Okay. So that's why I say that type of outing with coworkers, um, is kind of okay. But otherwise, no. If they want to say, "Hey, let's go for a drink after work," no. Okay, it's like, keep those people out of your life outside of work. Okay, and that may sound harsh to some people, but you're gonna find out why in a minute. Why that's not harsh and why it is a good idea to not have coworkers be friends outside of work. Okay, so let's start this off, um, for some of the people that have gotten fired for making posts. I'm going to tell you like some of the common things that people were saying and posting about and then got fired for. Okay. So, one of the things that one person said, and this could be taken out of content, but they said that, that they they hate hitting the alarm clock. Um, they hate having to go to work. And it was something else that they hated doing too. And the reason why I say this one could have been taken out of content because when you think about it, it's that everybody, even me, even though I love my job, I am working on things right now to where I can retire. So I don't have to set an alarm anymore. I don't have to go to work anymore. But I love my job. But I don't have to go to work anymore. I don't have to set an alarm anymore. I wouldn't have to do any of that anymore. Okay? So that's why this one when he um somebody, like I said, he made friends with people outside of work, or people in work. He made friends with them and gave them this information. So somebody had reported, that, oh, made a comment or something. Somebody else heard. I don't know how it got back to the top brass, but it did. And they're like, oh, okay, so and they took it as you hate setting an alarm. That means you hate coming to work. So we don't need somebody with that kind of attitude. Okay. So that was the basis of why he got fired. And some other people can get fired underneath that same basis. Why would you want somebody who is verbally making a comment on a social media page about how much he hates setting an alarm, how much he hates going to work? Because you're going to think that's going to reflect on their work, even though it may not. Because, like I said, that one's kind of like a controversial one because everybody would love to have you know, um, their own business or have enough income coming in where they can retire. That's a retirement mindset. So I kind of felt sorry for him, but he should not have made that post, or or he should not have become friends with people at work outside of work, because in that video that he made would not have gotten back to anybody in the top brass. Because face it, guys, how could they have just found him out of the millions of people who are online and making posts? Okay. So the fact that he may not, and may not have ever, somebody at work may not have ever seen that, and he would have been okay, but, things happen. So the other one is um, some people still do some work at home. A lot of people now, they do. You still have a lot of people who do work at home for the whole shift. They're at home. It's a side. Sometimes it's a side hustle. Other times, they're not mandating everybody come back to the office. So you're still doing live meetings online. So when you are in the middle of a meeting um, online and you cuss, you step away because everybody else is talking, and you step away and something happens and you go, oh shit, or whatever. Um, there's two big things you don't do, and I'm going to tell you what they are and why this person got fired. So, the one thing that they did was when she was making the post, they could clearly see behind her the meeting taking place. Big no no. That right there, just that, where you could see her computer screen with the meeting going on and the people talking, violated company policy. Real big, okay? And then when something happened, I forgot, she dropped something or whatever, and then she screamed out the word, oh, fuck. Okay, they heard that in the meeting. So right away, it's like, okay, this person is not paying attention to the meeting. When they got the video again, the only way they could have gotten the video if they either asked her or somebody, again, a quote, co-worker friend, gave them the information, the video, whatever. So they saw that in the background, Um, they saw you could see clearly the meeting going on in progress, and her not paying attention and screaming out the words, fuck, that again, that did it for her. And she at least owned up to it in her um, video explaining what happened. And she had a very high paying six-figure dollar job. And she owned up to it, about that she was totally wrong. She owned up to it and was very sorry that it happened. And and that's good too that she owned up with it. She knew she messed up. She knew she shouldn't have done that. She knew she messed up. And so it was like, she said, okay, this is great. Now I can, I've been having this in the back of my mind. This is going to force me to actually try to take a step to become self employed. Okay. So that was a good outcome on that. And she owned up to it. So the takeaway on this is if you are at home and you're in the middle or at a online meeting, do not deviate from that online meeting. I don't care if it's not your turn and it doesn't matter. You keep your butt there at the meeting at all times. Then none this, you can avoid anything like this happening. Because even if you, like, let's say that nothing happened and she didn't, yell out the words, oh, fuck, um, but you won't have the opportunity to post a video with showing that you're currently online in an office meeting behind you. So just to alleviate all that with possibilities of you getting fired just for that, because they can, because it's a big company violation. Terms, of service for your company. And just don't do it, guys. Just stay in the meeting. Um, It'll be over soon enough. You're working at home, so you can post anytime you want, just not in the meeting. Stay in the meeting, let them know you're there, and everything will be good. You guys won't have to worry about anything. Okay, so the next one is this one has to do with not necessarily with well, it does have to do with work. It also has to do with welfare fraud, and this is something that can put you in jail. So, and again, it has to do with friends, coworkers, and just regular friends too, because you have to be careful about who your friends are in real life. There are a lot of people who may get mad at you, and if they have all your information, um, they can cause you hell. And which is why um, my friends online are friends online. I have a couple of people that I have known for years. I mean, years. We've been through a lot. Um, so they are the only ones um, that to this day that I let know what my where I'm at online. Okay. The only other place is like some people may know the name of my online stores, but otherwise, and that's kind of risky too because they could cause you havoc there too. So it's kind of limited. It's like if somebody that you worked with, and you're starting a business and so you give them some of your online information of where they can like purchase something. Um, Stop, if you leave that job, stop kind of talking to them, like don't interact with them anymore because you left on good terms. So the chances of them trying to cause you havoc with your online business would be really slim, real slim. Um, so just stay away from that. But anyways, here's what happened with her. So this has to do with there is a big problem, as everybody is aware of, always has been, of what's called welfare fraud. Um, and I'm sure somebody you know or you've heard of, or maybe somebody you've known throughout the years or over the years who may have done things like they're working and they're getting food stamps and they're getting food stamps and they're getting what's the other thing? Food stamps. They're getting cash aid. They're getting voucher or whatever. They're in a low income housing, and you're wondering how the hell are they doing this because they're working. How, I can't get it. I tried and I got denied because I make too much, and they make more than me. So there's a reason how people do that. It's called welfare fraud. So you don't ever want that, you don't ever want to be in that situation where you're doing welfare fraud. Okay. So the other, so what had happened was, again, like I said, one of her friends, or somebody she was following or something, didn't maybe like something that she was saying or didn't like the way she looked or something. But because of the fact that she was giving away a lot of personal information and maybe her address and things like that, um, that they were able to contact like the welfare department um, and let them know because she has started to get what is that called? Monetized. Okay, so she started getting monetized, and I guess maybe she was bragging about getting monetized. I don't know. Um, but she started bragging that she was getting monetized, and she was really happy about that and everything. So here's another thing is that do never ever play I have kids and you're taking the food out of my kids. I hate that when people say stuff like that because it's really now you want to play that I'm a victim and I have kids and you're taking the food out of my kids' mouth. You were not thinking about that when you were when you're doing this illegal stuff. The kids were the furthest thing from your mind. But now that you're getting caught, you want to all of a sudden, oh, I have kids, I have kids. Okay. Well, they weren't in your minds when you were doing this stuff. So don't play that. It doesn't play with a lot of people anymore. You can't get the sympathy anymore like people used to. Like, judges only used to give kids to mothers when there'd be a divorce. That don't happen no more. I mean, they're realizing that, just because you're a mom or a female does not mean that you're the best person for the kids. Anyways, so like I said, for whatever reason, somebody had knew that, of course, that she had gotten monetized, and so then she was finding out that um, she that they were now threatening, I guess, to take away her cash, her food stamps, her cash aid, and her food stamps. So it's breaking down to the point where, and this is going on, and then she keeps posting. Okay, so you're keeping posting now. Um, you obviously you did not report your income, which is what you always have to do whenever you receive any income outside of what they give you every month. Because what you get every month is determined. If you have a job, they're going to reduce some of that amount because you got a job. Never ever not report, people. Always report. I don't care if you um it's a tip, you help somebody out and they gave you a $20 tip. Report everything, because what that person gets mad at you, and they know your information, and then they can go and say, hey, I gave this person $50 cash for mowing my lawn, you know and you didn't report it. Oh my gosh. Well, guess what? They're going to open up a welfare fraud case against you because you didn't report income. So income reporting is so, so important. If you have a job and you are on any kind of aid, you have to report your income. do not get into that trap, because once you're in that trap and once you are, they take everything. They'll take everything. They'll take away your cash aid, your food stamps. They'll take it all away until it gets resolved. So um, I just wanted to point that out to you guys. Things not to do when you have a job. You want to keep your job. About making posts, reporting everything. If you're on any kind of aid, report everything, so you will not accidentally get caught up in a case file where your stuff is going to be put on hold until everything gets figured out. So just be truthful, everybody. Report everything, and I know this is outside of my normal stuff. I talk about my day in a life, a day in my life, but this happened last night, and I was too tired actually to hop on to let you guys know that. But I'm doing it now, so you guys, just some information brought to you um, by me, and thank you very much for watching my channel again. If you like more content from me, please watch my videos, subscribe, help me out, subscribe, share, like, and until the next video, you guys have a great day.